On February 2nd, we, Nashvillians and members of Red Door Collective, launched a letter-writing campaign to our elected leaders, both in the city and the state. Within that letter, we made both specific and broad asks. Since launching our campaign, there have been few changes to correct our path and avoid the looming eviction crisis. Some leaders have scoffed at our demands, claiming evictions aren't happening in Davidson County because the civil courts are closed. They tell us all evictions are moved to mediation within Judge Bell's legacy diversion court. I would like to take a moment to address some of these responses. While we applaud Judge Bell's efforts to keep eviction cases out of the courts and therefore off the defendants' records, we must address some of our concerns. First is the lack of resources and labor power to ensure this process runs smoothly. The Nashville Conflict Resolution Center has been asked on a limited budget to reach out to plaintiffs of some 1,800 eviction cases and begin the mediation process. While nearly 70% of these cases run through 4 law firms, the 500 plus remaining include landlords who represent themselves. This group will be the most difficult to contact to inform about this potential for mediation. NCRC has estimated their budget to pay many renters' debts will run dry in under a month, and the detainers continue to pile up. With the Tennessee Supreme Court recently passing an order stating in-person hearings may begin on March 15th rather than April, what will happen if these cases are allowed back in our general sessions halls? Where are the answers that will ensure that mediation will occur and our neighbors may have shelter while this pandemic continues? We understand our demands require action and difficult work for many of our leaders. This is not a single problem with one quick solution. We want to see our local and state governments show real initiative to provide solutions that will give Nashvillians security in safe and dignified housing. We want a clear dialogue to those renters facing the threat of violence, that is a detainer warrant. Let them know the importance of attending court to avoid the default judgment, which is certain to work against them. Give tenants options to find help in the Nashville community and the ability to speak to legal aid. Our neighbors deserve the opportunity to understand this complicated process and have fair representation. For too long, our leaders have given tax incentives and sweetheart deals to the corporations and developers that offer to bring jobs and housing to our city. Far too long, those promises fall short. Now, in the midst of a pandemic facing a massive crisis of shelter, we are asking our leaders to turn their focus on our Nashville neighbors, especially those who are most vulnerable. It is time to subsidize the people who are actually responsible for the continued prosperity in Nashville. We are asking for safe homes for Nashville. If you agree with our demands, join us, Red Door Collective, the Middle Tennessee DSA, Nashville Black Lives Matter, and the Mutual Aid Collective in our city campaign at bit.ly/safehomesfornashville. Or if you are a tenant in need of help, call 615-398-2859. In accordance, we are also joining a statewide coalition called TN for Safe Homes. You can join us tonight at 5:30 p.m. on a live stream. bit.ly/T, N, 4, SAFE, HOMES. Thank you.